All right, folks, welcome back to PrepperNow. Today, we're going to talk about the 4th of July and some things to consider, from your food to the people that are in this country but don't really like it the way it is.
My Mexican flag, green, white, and red.
Welcome to PrepperNow.
Please, Lord, help me get one more.
All right, folks, thanks so much for being here. Hit the bells and stuff. Hopefully you're having a good 4th of July. I will have the crisis report out later tonight. Tomorrow, we'll see. I'm trying to get a lot done. I've got a bunch of music stuff going on, and I had to go pick things up and load it and get it all ready. It's a huge thing we're doing tomorrow, and so I had to get ready for that. But I will be putting out a report tonight. Honestly, there's not like a terrible lot, unless something has changed in the last 6 hours from what I'm looking at. Everybody's kind of shut down for the holiday anyway. So I will be doing a report, and there are some important things to consider, but let's talk about the 4th of July. And the 4th of July is also known as Independence Day. And it's always important to remember that Independence Day is the independence of America. And as yesterday's video was titled, at least on the thumbnail, of GHAUD, George, we had people that decided to not be terrorists, really. They really were revolutionaries. They revolted against a system that they thought was oppressive. And they started this great country we call America. And so today people are celebrating that. And most people, I don't know if you've been out, we had to go get a router yesterday from Walmart. Basically what happened was, when my stream went down, the entire power in the county went out for about a minute and a half, which disrupted it. But then for about a half hour afterwards, the internet in the entire county went down, at least for the service provider that we had. So not knowing what it was, and seeing that my power on the router wasn't going on, I went to Walmart to get a new one. Well, fortunately, it looked at it due to a fuse and also a GFC on an outlet outside, actually. That combo basically disrupted our internet box, and so what I thought was going to be a $170 purchase just turned out to be a couple of buttons pushed, and everything was all right. But we had to go to Walmart, and so we went to Walmart, and people were getting their stuff and ready and everything, and well, a lot of people were buying food, and there is a lot of food, and a lot of things are, well, expensive. Now, supposedly, it is going down. There's been a 30-cent decline. Yeah. It was almost $71 for shoppers for a cookout of 10 people. So that's $7 a person. That's all right. Last night I made turkey burgers for everybody. The pound was $3.79. So 4 of us ate for about $1 a piece, because we had all the other materials we needed. My family had some nice truffle-oiled tater tots, and I had broccolini, which was really good. So things like ground beef, 2 pounds is now $13.33, and that's not even the good stuff. So you're looking at about $6.50 a pound. 3 pounds of pork chops, $14.13. Strawberries, 2 pints, $4.69. I just got 1 pint from Trader Joe's, organic, and it was about $2.99. Lemonade, 2.5 quart, $4.37. And of course, you got to have the chips. That was a pound. 16 ounces is about $4.80. Now, I remember when chips were about $1.50, $1.49 for the, the store brand, but for the big bag 16 ouncer. clearly our prices are going up, okay? So they go in, a little bit more, and they said there have been price drops, things like pork chops, and that's down about 9%, chips down a little bit, buns down a little bit, but beef has gone up by almost 5%. And potatoes, they've gone up almost 7% for potato salad, and then beans, they've gone up about 9%. I don't know about you, but I have definitely seen a uptick in the vegetable prices. I watch a guy by the name of Epic Economist, and he's talking about how our prices in vegetables are going to probably go up because they don't have the people to pick. Their people are going away. I guess evidently there was a certain demographic that was picking a lot of our fruits and vegetables, and now they're heading back down south. One guy was saying he has 300 workers, now only about 80 are showing up. So, you could sit there and go, oh gosh, oh woe is me. Or you could be like, well, that's kind of a system that was built on by our government, and it was done in a way that really, now we're going to have to pay the piper for, So the other party, our good friends on the left, and I know some people go, oh, it's two wings of the same bird. There are a lot of similarities. They both go back and forth. I get it. But there are just some things that the left does that just aggravates me more. And, I do lean conservative. Mark Dice had a good video on the big, beautiful bill. He really wasn't too down on it. But there are new pollings coming out from June 2nd to the 19th showing our friends on the left are really unhappy with the country, which we all know that they want to change the country. But now it's getting to the point where they just don't like it here. Record low, 58% of U.S. adults extremely or very proud. 41% extremely proud, 70% very proud to be an American. Now that is across the board, okay? From there, though, they dive into the details. And it seems our friends on the left are not real happy. Drop in national pride, 36% now say they're extremely or very proud to be American. So 1 in 3 are extremely or very proud to be American. And if you go onto TikTok or you see some of the people pissing and moaning and screaming into the wind, I think 1/3 is high. Independence has also fallen to a new low. That's at about 53%, 7 points down. Republicans are up. Yeah, they're increasing. 92%, they've got pride. So almost 9 out of 10, or over 9 out of 10 Republicans are very happy with everything that's going on. But 1 in 3 of the Democrats is not. So, yeah. There's a lady by the name of Ellie Mistel. She said that the international community needs to sanction America. So this is an American saying that we need to be sanctioned. And I'm not going to do this is a guy, by the way, he's on MSNBC. He always is, I don't know, he just hates the country. So it's like, why are you here? Go somewhere else. Clearly, people don't like what you want. People don't like your political party's platform for the most part, because there really isn't one. And when, you go out and you see destruction, damage, and, our cities falling apart, and it's kind of the representation of what you guys offer, nobody really likes that, right? So, I don't know. It's kind of a shame, but here he is.
And I don't say this lightly, but our country needs to be sanctioned. We are the bad guys on the world stage. We are a menace to not only free people everywhere, but we are a menace to peaceful people everywhere.
Okay. I mean, you could say that we're doing intervention kind of stuff with what's going on in the Middle East, but, we're not really starting anything. We're joining in, but we're not starting anything. So, and then, of course, there's our good friend Zohran, the next New York City mayor.
What the purpose is about this entire project it's not simply to raise class consciousness, but to win socialism. And obviously raising class consciousness is a critical part of that. But making sure that we have candidates that both understand that and are willing to put that forward at every which moment that they have, at every which opportunity that they're given.
So putting socialism forward. Now, I don't know about you, but I've taught economic systems, and Cuba's an excellent example if you want to see what happens with socialism and communism. This guy is delusional. You know, they keep trying to get it right with this whole thing of socialism. It doesn't work because, as I tell my students, human beings desire. We want better. We want more. We're not really into just having the base level of crap. And, you know, Western civilization, we've been brought up to believe that, you know, freedom and choice and, you know, your ability to claim your own destiny is an important thing. And when you're broke and you can't, you know, put food on the table, that tends to stop that. So nice try, Zoran, but I think the capitalist system doesn't need to be dismantled. I think it needs to be worked on. I think crony capitalism is bad, but I think for the most part, it's the better system of all of them out there. So just remember that, you know, that it is the 4th of July. We've got many things to be very happy with for the Independence Day, and make sure that you are celebrating and remembering the sacrifices of brave men and women who fought for this country. I was blessed with seeing Normandy beaches this, you know, past June, and I got to tell you, it's a pretty incredible when you see it and you think about what they overcame to get that done. All right, friends, happy Independence Day, America. God bless you all. Just some things to consider, and keep fighting the good fight. We'll see you on the next one. Links in the description, and have a great day. Crisis Report coming tonight.